We're supposed to be getting a new Fantastic Four movie next year in July of 2025. A lot of people are excited about it, but honestly, considering like how bad the Fantastic Four reboot from 2015 was, personally, I don't really have high expectations for it. It's quite possible they'll end up being a better movie than the 2015 film, but I don't think it's going to be able to touch the 2005 film, which came out almost 20 years ago. And um, to this day, a lot of people say that that film was a classic. It was a box office success, and that one was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Now, as far as this particular film is concerned, this is something that was announced back in 2019, and the thing is, I haven't really heard much about it. Probably because I was working a lot back then. But the Fantastic Four wasn't really like making headlines or anything like that as much as Spider Man has been within the past couple of years, because it seems like Spider-Man has been carrying, Marvel during the better part of the teens decade, and even like right now, because Spider-Man's movies and games are like the main things that people want to see from Marvel, because it seems like the Guardians of the Galaxy series kind of just whatever, even though like they were like box office successes or whatever. It seemed like the third one wasn't, or like, yeah, the third movie wasn't as good as the first two and what have you, but everybody has their own respective opinions on that. But as far as the Fantastic Four movie is concerned, the one that's coming out next year, it's going to be directed by Matt Shakeman. It's going to be starring Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal. And I'm not exactly sure what the plot is going to be or anything like that, but hopefully that's something we'll learn more about as time goes by. Um, I don't know if we're eventually going to get a Fantastic Four video game a little bit later down the line, because it seems like with Marvel they're doing all kinds of like video game projects with the PlayStation 5, because we're supposed to be getting a new Wolverine game in the future. We're supposed to be getting a new Blade game in the future. I think we're supposed to be getting a new Blade movie like sometime next year, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, who knows? I mean, we could get a Fantastic Four video game later down the line, but but as far as history is concerned, I don't think it's something people would be interested in, because we did get like Fantastic Four video games in the past. There's one from '97 for, I believe, the PS1 that no one really knows about. It was awful. There was one from 2005 and that nobody really heard about or cared about or anything like that. But but yeah, I don't think the Fantastic Four is as much of an attraction as Spider-Man or Wolverine, or any of their, or any of like Marvel's like top superheroes or anything like that. And the thing is, as far as this new film is concerned, there are people who want to have high expectations of it, but it seems like ever since Disney bought Marvel in like 2009, a lot of like the older audience, people who were fans of Marvel back in the 90s, 2000s, or the 80s, they kind of just like tuned out. And to them, Marvel's just not the same. And that's something that I kind of agree with. So I don't know. I mean, this new film is something that has the potential to be big and has the potential to be one of the better superhero movies of 2025. But I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily hold my breath on that, and I could be wrong. It can end up exceeding my expectations. It can end up exceeding a lot of people's expectations, and if done right, it can end up being the movie that puts the Fantastic Four back on the map in relation to the future.